Beautiful gods and goddesses, this is Tawanda Vance, Celestial Earth Goddess, and here today I want to talk to you about my standard of blackness, because I'm black and I can do that. And I've just been noticing since I've been on this journey, I've always been on this journey, the more I think about it, of what it means to be black and how we can continuously empower ourselves as black people. But I would say within the last few years, you know, being a part of conscious groups and looking at being a part of pro-black channels on YouTube and now having my own channel, it's like I noticed that, you know, our standard of, the more we try to get in tune with our blackness, the more some of us are starting to like unnecessarily nitpick at the least little deviation from what we deem as black. We're acting like purists. And last time I checked, the people that I remember acting like purists were white people. So we're starting to develop, we've developed their habits, and we're basing things on their outlook, and we really need to get over that. Furthermore, on with the show. Okay, black. The term black itself, I'm going to define that as well, because some of us try to nitpick at the word black too. We're trying to say it's a slave term, or, you know, it's not a proper term, blah, blah, blah. Look, the term black has been used way before slavery existed. We have to remember, slavery in the context of Africans only being slaves is only several hundred years old. Now, there was slavery before that, but that had nothing to do with race. That was more of, okay, I conquered your country, now you have to go by my rules type thing, or whatever. And all races had slaves, no matter what, or servants and all that good stuff. Okay, black. Whether you call yourself a Moor or any other term, you're calling yourself black. The term Moor itself means black. It's a Germanic term. Germanic just refers to languages or anything that comes from Germany, England, Scandinavia, and any other languages or cultures that aren't as well known within the Indo-Europe area. Okay, so when I say black, I'm referring to Africans and us, a part of us who are a part of the African diaspora, meaning those of us that ain't literally from Africa, but we Africa by blood. Okay, there are two factors that I would use to determine a person's blackness. Okay, the first one is genetics. That's the most scientific one, I guess you could say. For me, anything 50% and above is automatically in the black category. Some people don't agree. That's your prerogative. We ain't talking about you. This is what I think. And I think when we try to nitpick like that, that takes away from the cause, because we're so worried about whether somebody who's half black, preferably someone who's half black that has a white parent, is black enough, that we're not looking at their character. We're not looking at, do they embrace their blackness? Are they unapologetically black? Are they black, meaning are they black above anything? We're just so busy looking at their white parent or their non-black parent, when there are some biracial people that are more black than someone who's 100% black from Africa. Because it's some of them that have a very white oppressive state of mind. But we gonna include them? No. Which leads me to the next point. Oh yeah, I forgot. And that grade, now the area from 50 to I'd say about 35%, genetically that's a gray area, so that's definitely to be determined. Which leads me to this point. Is your state of mind black? Is your are you doing things that will empower us as a unit, whether it be in your local area or on a global scale, which you should also look at as a local scale? So are you trying to empower us? Are you trying to unify us? Because I'm going to tell you right now, colorism, division. That's the dumbest thing we could do. And the fact that we still dwelling on colorism in 2017, I don't know why I went 2 years back, is ridiculous. It's worse now than I've ever seen it in my life. Like, which is crazy. Because I was born in 79. I didn't see so much colorism until a few years ago. It's like some of us are even attacking light-skinned people who have 2 black parents. If that's not idiotic, I don't know what the hell is. And then we'll try to make, if the person meets the criteria, then we'll try to find something else to nitpick about. There are some people, no matter how black you are from the inside out, they will find something to say you're not black. And I say to us as a unit, are they really for the cause? Are they really for black people? Because that sounds like division to me. You might as well say they have the ideologies of a white oppressor, which is what we're trying to get away from. And then, I've also heard people say, well, we're thirsty to claim biracial people, or we need to stop claiming biracial people. First of all, the only thing anybody is ever thirsty for is water, because that's the only thing that can sustain us. Second, it's not about them being biracial as if, oh, they're great because they're biracial. No, they're great because they're black, not because they're biracial. It's that black parent that makes them great. Now, if you're biracial and you don't want to be a part of the black community, we ain't talking about you. You do what you do. If you are the blackest of the black person and don't want to be a part of the black community, we ain't talking about you either. Go do what you do. See, that's where people don't realize where blackness comes in. It's not about, those of us that include biracial people as black people, we don't want them because we think that they're better than other black people. We want them because they are black people, point blank, period. Because they are a part of the community, whether you like it or not. I'm not going to judge a black person because they're biracial. That's not what you do. Now, if they show that they don't want to be for blackness, that's what I judge. Whether you 100% black or 50% black, or somewhere in between, which is where most of us are. I'm judging you by that. I'm just looking at the time, make sure I don't go too long. Now, see, what else I got to say? But those are basically the 2 factors that I look at when I look at whether somebody's black or not. Now, there is a point where, depending on your percentage of blackness, we do have to determine, will we call you black or not? If you lean into closer towards the quarter black, I mean, you can't say you're black. Let's just put it out there. Now, you can identify as black. That's your prerogative. We can't nobody tell you what to identify as. But most people are not going to necessarily see you as a black person. They're going to see you as whatever you mostly are and part black. Especially if you're white. That's just what it is. Which, I mean, that's, so as far as the percentage, that's where I agree with, we have to stop somewhere. But it's just like, but it's crazy. Anytime a biracial black person does something human, we try to attach it to their blackness. Jesse Williams, for instance, he's divorcing his wife. Does that have anything to do with him being black or white? Hell no. Apparently, from what we know, he just don't want to be married. So he wants a divorce. We don't know why. We don't know anything beyond that. Because the term irreconcilable differences is a very ambiguous term. Usually it refers to situations where there's no abuse or cheating or anything detrimental involved that could cause the divorce. It sounds like he just fell out of love with her and he just don't want to be married. Now, he's been seen around with the lady named Minga, who he's working on some kind of movie with or whatever. Are they dating or not? I don't know. Some people say they are, some people say they aren't. Does that have anything to do with him divorcing his wife? I doubt it, because they had been separated for a year. So apparently there was some issues going on, like any other marriage that is not stable. You know? So it's like people that didn't really like him because he was biracial just wanted to use that as an excuse to attack him. And then some people are scandalizing his wife's name. Her name's Aaron, I believe, if that's how it's pronounced. And some people are saying things like, well, she's biracial anyway, so she don't count. That's what I'm seeing when people are making comments about her. Or they're like, well, she's ugly and fat. First of all, the girl ain't fat. You know, she's shaped kind of weird, but she's not fat. And even if she was, what the hell does that have to do with whether she's marriage material or not? Not a damn thing. You see how superficial and stupid some people are when they say dumb shit. And not only that, but you know, I don't know if she's biracial or not, because I've never seen her parents. And even if she is, so the fuck what? What does that have to do with their marriage? You know, I think people just trying to find reasons to attack him or her or both. And then somehow Serena and Obama got into this. What do they have to do with that shit? So now you go attack, well, Serena's not biracial, so now you're going to attack Obama because he's biracial too? Obama has a black wife, 2 black children, been with Michelle Obama for over 20 years, and they seem to be very much in love. So exactly what does his situation have to do with Jesse Williams' situation? I don't know. I think somebody, again, fruitless attacks. That's not black. That's the opposite of black. You know, and I'm just bringing them up just to make a point. It's like what Jesse Williams is going through, and even if he is with that white woman or whatever she is, I don't really know. She really looks like could be Middle Eastern or something else to me. But regardless of that, if he is with her, does that take away from what he said in his speech about how he feels about black people being empowered? No, it doesn't. I haven't seen him dog out he hasn't said anything bad about his current wife or his soon-to-be ex-wife. He hasn't said anything bad about black women. But I have seen some people who are black say some doggish shit about us. Dark-skinned black men specifically. What's their excuse? They don't have a white mama, but they hate black women. And if you a black man and you hate black women, you hate yourself. If you a black woman and you hate black men, you hate yourself. And you do not need to be a part of our community. You need to stay where the hell you at, because you are not contributing anything productive to our cause. And pro-blackness, some people are extreme. I can't say I'm an extreme pro-blackness, but I am pro-black. You know, I'm for my people and I'm about my people. Now, my ideologies may not be the same as some, but that don't take away my blackness. Ain't nobody gonna take away my blackness. Even if you 100% black and you was born in the motherland, you will not take away my blackness, because guess what? That's the African in me. And I'll be damned if anybody gonna take that away from me or any of us. And if you biracial and you black and you know you black, you don't let nobody tell you anything different. If you mixed and black, or you look, and not only are you mixed, but you look mixed and black, you don't let no black person tell you if you black or not just because they dark skinned. That's not a determinant, the only determinant of blackness. Never ever has it been, never ever will it be. You got people that are pure African that are light skinned and got straightish hair, or there are black people in Africa that are dark chocolate with blue eyes and ain't been touched by no white person or any other person in this world. They got 2 black African parents. You know, our mother, meaning the first black woman, the first African woman that walked this earth, the first goddess on this earth, is mitochondria Eve, for goodness sake. So of course we gonna come out looking diverse. We've always been that way. You got black Africans with slanted eyes that you would think had babies with damn Asians, but they didn't. Asians look the way they look because of Africans, whether you like it or not. That's an African trait, Asian people. There are Africans in Asia. There are Africans in India. So your location does not determine your blackness. Your complexion does not determine your blackness. What else does not determine your blackness? Your eating habits don't determine your blackness, because as we know, white people are vegan too. And we know they're not black, so try again. What else? You know, just stuff that has things to do, stuff that is human based does not determine your blackness. Because all humans have those things. All humans can be good, bad, and indifferent. So we need to get over ourselves and truly unify. I think I've talked enough on this video. It's over 16 minutes long. So I think y'all got what I'm getting at. And I thank you for taking the time to look at my video. And yes, I did get a little rowdy, but hey, that's just a part of who I am. I can be very passionate sometimes, especially when it comes to being black. Anyway, thank you, beautiful gods and goddesses, for listening to me, and y'all have a marvelous day. Toodles!